Hello and a very warm welcome to our continuing coverage of the World Cup season. Today we're in Central Asia, we're in Samarkand, the third largest city in the country, and we've the elite men's race coming up in just a few moments' time. Well, here's what we're doing then. It's a 1,500 metre swim. They do not come out the water though. Then we're onto the bikes, which is 6 laps to make up the 40 kilometre even total distance along the Silk Road Tourist Centre. The run is 4.5 laps and is 10,000 metres through to the finish. Got a big field here. Big talking point, or one of them, is the continuing battle for Olympic spots on the German side. Numbers 1 and 2 there, Schomburg and Priester. Only one can go. Schomburg in pole position at the moment.
Oh gosh, it's tight, isn't it? But you're absolutely right. I think Jonas Schomburg has proved over the last couple of races that he's the one that's kind of got, a hand on that last place to go to the Olympics for the German team. And my money again is on him today. But he has raced hard and travelled a lot over the last few months.
So for Hungary, Csongor Lehmann already selected for Paris. In this race, we've got Falden and DeVay, and there's also Benche Bishak, who's not in this race, but is in the mix. So basically, it's only 2 from those 3. Bishak was in the relay, actually in Motelco yesterday, and was actually pretty self-critical in the interview that he gave afterwards. So the tough job for the Hungarian selectors as well on the men's side. So away we go to the Samarkand World Cup, first men's World Cup ever to be held in Uzbekistan, and we've got a big field, which is good to see. 52 men spread right across your picture there. We've got about 6 swimmers nearest to camera that are sort of way away and gone very, very wide.
Yeah, it's extraordinary. Someone obviously hasn't looked where they're going, and others have gone with them, and that's the danger of getting on someone's feet and not looking where they're going. What will happen though is they will actually come across, I think, and slip in, but without a doubt they've definitely lost some time there.
That is Mark DeVay. Absolutely no surprise whatsoever to see the Hungarian out front. Less than 4 minutes of swimming and he's already got a little bit of clear water, as you can see. We've only been in the water nearly 6 minutes, and we've got DeVay out front. There are a couple a little way back, and then there's a big amount of separation.
Let's look at that gap. It is absolutely huge.
Well, DeVay, even with looking back and a few strokes, is showing us just what a phenomenal swimmer he is. We've seen it so many times. Yeah, more I look at it, more I think that is Hayden Longcroft-Harris, who has actually only had 2 appearances this year and hasn't finished either race. So DeVay is out. Longcroft-Harris is out. McQueen kind of went backwards a bit on that second lap, didn't he?
27 seconds. Yeah, he looked comfortable, but obviously maybe not quite as comfortable as we thought.
So these 2 have got the chance to get away.
Yeah, this is going to be tough though, because you've got a lot of very motivated athletes behind, and this is going to be a big group. Connor Bentley, the former under-23 world champion, just coming out now in our pictures, as is Jonas Schomburg. Edgar from Ireland had a strong swim. He was 3rd out. He's already on his bike. You
can see the first chase group in behind there. Just going to be a question of whether DeVay and Longcroft-Harris between them have the power to stay away. I kind of sceptically think that they don't have, but we'll see.
So they haven't quite all got it on to this chase pack, and some big groups across the road that we can see. I think they've sat up now, haven't they? They thought, you know what, we're not going to waste any more energy. We're going to wait for this group to catch up. The first lap over the blue carpet, 1 lap done, 5 to go. Connor Bentley, the under-23 2022 world champion, that is leading this group. Jonas Schomburg from Germany just coming through. So they've got a great pace going here. They're rolling through really nicely, which means that the pace is going to be really honest and fast. 53 seconds I've got on my count.
Yeah, so it's just gone out a few seconds. You can see the size of this chasing group now that those 2 packs came together.
55 seconds down. It's crucial that these athletes, the big cyclists in that main chase group really start working now, because once it goes beyond a minute, then it becomes very difficult to start pulling any time back. And they're not even halfway through. So it just goes to show, that riding in a big pack like that doesn't work well.
They'll keep trying, they've got to. Obviously, psychological advantages with the leaders, because they'll have the information that every lap the gap is increasing. Glorious conditions here, really, really pleasant. Perfect for triathlon, warm, not stupidly hot. There's no urgency there at all, is there?
No, it's kind of looking a little, apart from it looks like Podium on the front there, it's looking a little bit more like a Sunday ride, isn't it, unfortunately?
So off they come after the 40k ride. Coupled it a bit fine with that line, but looked like it was okay. I never understand why they want to risk it when it's so close. But anyway, I think they were all right.
Okay.
See Bentley, the first man with his bike right down the
nice
end.
quick change.
So Bentley is going to be away first here, the Brit, with a little bit of a lead as well. Vesterman is following him.
Yeah, great transition from Connor Bentley. Connor's been caught now by that group, and it's a tight little group of 6 athletes. I think it's Simon Vesterman. No, it's not. It's Edgar that's at the back in the green, and Hayden Longcroft Harris from Canada, who have dropped off the pace. And we can see now our lead pack, and it's Dart from Australia that's gone out first. 2 minutes 20, so they held the difference over the last lap.
This is
That's an interesting shot, isn't it?
6 across.
Don't normally see that. I'd be sitting in a little bit, getting a bit of protection from the wind. But no, just going back to Connor Bentley, who is sitting out in front at the moment, 4th in the Europe Triathlon Cup in Quartieri. That was a solid result back on the 23rd of March.
So Seguin out front from Schomburg.
You get a nice bit of protection, don't you?
Indeed. Then DeVay and Bentley, McQueen and Vesterman. That's the order on lap 2. McQueen just starting to lose touch.
You can see, and he's
And
desperately...
DeVay,
Yeah.
suddenly he's like 30 metres off the pace. So Schomburg, Bentley, Seguin now, with McQueen trying to stay in there. Vesterman is way back, and DeVay also struggling.
I think when this happens for the likes of McQueen, you got to think that these guys maybe have just had a bit of a surge, and if you just stay in contact if you can, maybe that surge will just slow down a bit, so they're going to be pushing on and then dropping off again. And we can see he really is desperately trying to get back on, isn't he? Look at this, Trevor. Mark DeVay's back in the
How
fold.
did DeVay get back in there?
Well, I think what's happening is the guys are sort of surging, and they surge and then they slow down again. So if they don't put a big enough surge in, this is what's happening. Chase McQueen and Mark DeVay getting a chance to come back in.
McQueen looks a little pained, doesn't he?
Oh, he does, but he's giving it everything, and you've got to give it to him. He's had a great World Cup. I'd say a career best, really, for him. But what he doesn't want to do here is hopefully totally blow.
Bentley looks good, though, I must say.
He looks fantastic, and again...
Oh, did you see that? I think he might have just been caught by Schomburg there. And went to the back of his thigh. It's okay. Looks like there might be a bit of a spurt on here.
It's Connor, though, that's put on the pressure.
Yeah, Bentley, Sager, and then Schomburg. Cantero 30 seconds behind, but he's not going to get to the 3 at the front. And Bentley is on a bit of a surge here.
Oh, he certainly is. He doesn't want to leave it to the wire, does he? And he's really pushing on the pace. Is Connor Bentley going for his first ever World Cup victory? It certainly looks like, because he is now a good 15-20 metres ahead of the French athlete and Jonas Schomburg, because Jonas Schomburg got to wait another race to find a victory on the World Cup circuit. He got second in Chengdu a couple of weeks ago.
Looks like he has timed this to absolute perfection. All of a sudden, he increased the pace and no one could go with him. Sagan and Schomburg having a real battle for the minor medals in behind. Then you can see Chase McQueen some way further back, and Cantero looks like he may get to Devay. I'm not sure, maybe not, because there isn't that far to go, but Cantero is absolutely powering through. What a run from the Spaniard. He's onto the blue carpet, and the former under-23 world champion is going to win his first World Cup medal, and it's going to be gold. 1 hour 41 and change. Bentley wins in Samarkand by a big margin. And just looking back, it looks as though Sagan has gone ahead. He has. Sagan, the Frenchman, he's never won a World Cup medal either. He takes the silver. Schomburg in the end has to settle for bronze. And Cantero, what a run from the Spaniard. He'll take fourth. He looks absolutely out on his feet, but he absolutely flew. In behind, Chase McQueen's going to finish a very creditable fifth, and Mark Devay seems a long time ago since his dominance in the water, but he will come home and take sixth place.
Race to put together.
Yeah, to be honest, it hasn't hit me yet. So if you ask me in about 30 minutes, I'll probably give you a different answer.
What has hit you is obviously your hamstrings. They were giving you some serious grief there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I ran through the puddle, but I did, and I just slipped, and my left one went, and then my right one went sort of coming down the hill a little bit, and then again on the last turn. But I think it's just so hot, and probably a bit of dehydration by the end. There's a lot to show for stepping up to a senior World Cup standard. Like, it's tough. Like, everyone is fast. And if I'm honest, the under-23s pretty much came a year early for me. Like, it set me up for a year where I was trying to overachieve, and it ended up me chasing stuff. I got injured. I really struggled through the season with injury, but this year I've had a great winter. The sport team in Loughborough's been brilliant, and I've actually laid the foundation to apparently deliver what is my best World Cup, and quite frankly a race that I am thrilled with. Out the water, it was just head down. I just thought, just get to that dead turn, stay in the pack. And I mean, credit to the lads, like we really worked well. Chase had us organised, cracking the whip while we were going round, and by lap 4 we broke the pack behind. By the sounds of it, it just shot out, and then I relaxed, and I was like, right, I need to switch on for this run, because there's no way I can continue doing the hard bike and then a run for 10k against these boys.
You were kind of leading, setting the pace for quite a lot of that, and then was it just the moment felt right to put it away?
Yeah, so I mean, when I opened my season in Qatar, I had my watch, which for me is a really big thing for me mentally, just to know that the pace is there. I do the pace in training. I know I can do it. It's just a case of sticking to a plan. Today it's so hot, I didn't want to go out hard like I did there, because I thought if I go hard I'm going to really pay for it in the last lap. So I stayed controlled. I tried to keep a lid on things, and then I knew I can kick from a lap to go, because that's what I did at Worlds. So I thought, I'm going to give it a crack. It's got the ramp. It's basically the same as the last lap at Worlds. I did see the similarity while I was going, and that gave me confidence. So yeah.
It was very hard with the worm, and we decided to push hard in the water. So at the end of the water and on the start of the bike, we pushed so hard with Jonas Schomburg. We pushed like 100 watts, 1000 watts. So it was really hard. And for the run, yeah, I decided to manage my effort and to stay with the front pack. And when Connor attacked, I just decided to push a little bit slow, because I just want to finish on the podium, and I'm second, so I'm very happy.
And after 10k in that heat against Jonas Schomburg to pull out that finish, you still had the legs to deliver that?
Yeah, it was very hard, because I decided to let Jonas finish with the front wing, and to attack in the last meter. And when I saw Cantero, I said, oh, fuck, I need to push really hard until the end. And so I give everything, and I'm very happy about it.
Yeah, it's been a long journey now, chasing the points and finally getting done the qualification. Big relief, and looking forward for the next 2 months now.
Did we see a little bit of Jonas 2.0 out there, a little bit more conservative off the out of transition too?
I struggled a bit, actually. I pushed really hard on the bike just to make the breakaway happen. Maybe I did a bit more than the other guys, but I wanted a big gap, and I managed to do that. And on the run, I just tried to hide a bit. I knew the guys, I have a good kick, and then finish on the podium is even better now. Yeah.
So there's the confirmation of the top 10. Bentley, great win by 12 seconds in the end. Seguin just getting the better of Schomburg in that sprint for the silver. David Cantero, just imagine if he'd been in that leading group, they wouldn't have seen him for dust, would they?
Oh, that was a stunning run, really. Absolutely blown away by that.
Well, it's a medal for Schomburg, who has kind of admitted himself, kind of toned it down a little bit in terms of the sort of naked aggression that we normally see from him, and probably paid off in terms of getting on the podium. First World Cup medal for the young Frenchman.
Connor Bentley!
He said in his interview that it hadn't quite sunk in yet. It might take a while to do that. What a day for the young Brit. Yeah, see, Meisner's had a bit of experience. Yeah, Bentley's got no idea, has he?
Jess has left nothing for herself to drink. Oh no! Oh no, it's all gone! No, Connor knows what to do. That's it. Got to have a little drink.
Chuck a bit down your neck. Yeah, that's the idea. Me, Trevor Harris, for Annie Emerson, had a whole production cast and crew in Uzbekistan and beyond. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.